In this video, I'll be showing you how to automate your YouTube timestamps in N8N. So over the past month, I've created my own channel, and having to do my timestamps for every video is actually very time consuming, which is why I created this workflow. So what happens is I take in one of my YouTube URLs from my channel, I enter it into a Google Sheet, and there you go, just finished right here. We then get our YouTube video transcribed from Apify, we get the results, and then we use our AI agent in Claude Opus 4 to actually give us the timestamps of the video, and then it will output it into our Google Sheet, and that is the workflow. First thing we're going to add is a Google Sheets node. So Google Sheets, and we'll go on row added, and we'll actually connect to our new sheet here. So we'll go YouTube timestamp sheets and sheet 1. And this is a new sheet that I just created, YouTube timestamps. So if you just go up here to your browser and go sheets.new, you can create a new Google Sheet, and you just type in video URL and the timestamp. Okay, so once we have in our Google Sheets node, the next thing we will add is a code snippet, and we'll enter in some code here. And the reason for this code is so that we can actually retrieve the latest URL from our Google Sheet. So if you come over to our sheet here, if we don't enter in this code, it's just going to keep pulling this first link. But with this code, any type of link that we add here, if we copy this, if we add this here, it'll pull the latest link and then move on with that automation. So now that we have our latest article link, we will add in a HTTP request, and this is going to be for Apify. So we're going to name it Apify get results. And from here, we need a URL. And so we're going to go over to YouTube transcript scraper. So if you don't already know, you have to come over to the Apify store. And from here, you would just type in YouTube transcript scraper, and it'll be this one by Pinto Studio. So you select this one, and I will just show you an example of what this tool does so you understand it and understand how it's being used inside of our automation. So if we copy over our URL, come back over to Apify, we will enter in our URL, save and start, and run this workflow here. So actor finished successfully. Let's go to output. We've got 120 items, and there we go. So this tool just transcribes our entire YouTube video as well as adds in a start and duration. And so with this, our AI agent will be able to use this context and then output us timestamps for our YouTube video automatically. And that is exactly the whole point of this. Now, with using Apify, we're going to bring it into N8N. And so how we're going to do that is we're going to go back to our actor, go to APIs, endpoints, run actor, and we will grab this, copy that over, and it is in a post. So that is very important. We'll change our method to a post, add in our URL, boom, and then we're going to need to send in some JSON text here as well. So if we go specify body, we go using JSON, and if you come over to this Apify scraper here, if we go over to JSON, you can see that we have a video URL JSON code here. So we'll copy that over, go using JSON, enter that in, and then if we run this now, let's just run it from here and see where we are. Execute workflow. It just pulled in the latest link, which will actually bring that over here. It pulled in the latest link from our Google Sheets. We got the, what did it bring over here? Yep, it brought over the latest YouTube URL, which was the exact same one, but that's fine for now. So we've got the latest YouTube URL, good to go. Apify get results. So Apify ran here, but what we actually want to do now is just make sure that if we go to expression, we see this is a different, this was the example URL. And so we don't want that. What we want is to pull in the YouTube video URL, a variable. And so every time we run this, it's going to use this latest video URL and we'll be able to transcribe that video, which will just be the latest link that you add into here. So we've got our Apify get results. Now from here, we're going to add in another HTTP request. So we'll go HTTP request and we'll name this to Apify retrieve. Excuse me for my typos. This is going to be unedited. Apify retrieve results. And from here, all you need to add is the get run dataset items. And so if we come over to our YouTube transcript scraper, go back to APIs, API endpoints, that's the one. Get last run dataset items. Pretty close. I always forget that one. Bring that over, enter it into the URL. Now if we run this, let's see what we got here. Now if we run this, there's no output, and so let's see what the issue is here. We'll actually add in a wait node. That might be the issue. We'll add in a 10-second wait node, and the reason for that, we'll go 8 seconds. The reason for this wait node is because sometimes Apify gets the results, and then as you saw there, we actually retrieved the results, but there weren't any, so we got no output. And so we need to add in this wait node. So let's actually run this again and see with this wait node if we retrieve any results, or if we have to go back into this get results node and see what the deal is here. Okay, and there you go. So it was that wait node. We needed to wait for the results. But now you see we've got the text as well as the start and duration. So now we can use this and feed it into an AI agent to actually give us the YouTube timestamps. Before that, we're going to add in a code snippet. And I will give it to you right here. You can also come over to my Skool and copy and paste it. Just going to plug it quick. Come over to my classroom section and you can download all my N8N templates as well as the one that we're doing today. But enough of that. I'm going to give you this code right here. Boom. And check it out. And all this is going to do is actually allow us to parse out just some data for our AI agent to reference, which is actually how long the video duration is. And that helps a lot with actually being accurate with the timestamps. So we're going to enter this code in. We're going to give it an execute. And as you see here, we have a clean transcript for us to use to give to the agent. And we've also got the video duration and the video duration formatted, which is in a minutes output. And so we're going to use that over in our system prompt. And so next thing that we're going to add after the code node is we'll add ourselves an AI agent. And so this is where the magic happens. This is where the agent pulls in the information and actually creates timestamps based on the video transcriptions. So the source for prompt, we'll go define below. And we're actually going to pull in this clean transcript here. We'll add ourselves a system message. I'm losing my voice here a bit. System message, and I will give this for you to copy as well, or come over and download it from the guide in my Skool. But if we go to expression here, you can see that we've got some content here. So video duration, and we're going to add in some of the variables so that it knows how long each video is every time. You're an expert content writer who specializes in converting YouTube video transcripts into well-structured YouTube timestamps with engaging titles. Requirements: create 5 to 10 timestamp entries depending on video length. Each timestamp should be have a descriptive, engaging title. And here is some of the output format: video title or main topic introduction. And here's an example output of just some timestamps and some different topics throughout the video. You'll receive a clean, continuous YouTube transcript below. And let's see here. So video duration, we're going to pull in some of these variables now. And if you look on the right side on the output, you'll see video duration 1031. This video is exactly, we'll go video duration seconds. Why not? Exactly. Videos exactly. Let's break this up here a bit. This video is exactly, we'll just pull in the minutes for this. You could pull in the seconds if you want to, but here we go. Do not create any timestamps beyond this time, over 1031. All timestamps must be under minutes is probably okay. We'll just do minutes. Otherwise, you have to specify seconds. Added that in. That is the system prompt for the agent. And let's give it a test here. First, we'll add in an open router chat model for our brain. And what we're going to do here is very important, probably the most important part of this automation, if you're going to use it properly, is add in Claude Opus 4. The reason for that is because I tried a bunch of different models like Sonnet 3.7, I think Sonnet 4, ChatGPT, and all of the timestamps were off. Opus 4 has been the most consistent and accurate out of any LLM, and so that is why we're going to use it. So you must make sure it's a bit more expensive, but if you want this automation to actually work and get you 90% of the way there, you're going to have to use Opus 4. So if we come over, give this a save. Let's rename some of these nodes here just to keep ourselves organized. We'll go clean up transcript. Apify retrieve results, Apify get results, and we'll rename this to retrieve latest URL. Now that we've got everything organized, we'll keep our agent as it is, or you could name it timestamp agent. Sure. Execute this step. It's going to bring in the clean transcript, and it is going to output us with some YouTube timestamps. So it takes a little bit longer because it's Opus 4, but that's pretty quick. And so if you look right here, we've got the schema table, JSON, and you see that it has timestamps for my video. And I've tested this multiple times on YouTube videos, and it's pretty darn accurate. And so we've got our output from here. We could copy it over into our YouTube if we wanted to, but let's go one step ahead and actually add it into this Google Sheets. And how we're going to do that is we're going to add a Google Sheets append or update row in a sheet. And we're going to add in our YouTube timestamp sheet right here, sheet number 1. And we need some values to send. And we need a column to match on. We'll go YouTube video URL because there's already some information in here. And so we'll bring that in from the Google Sheets trigger. YouTube video URL, pull that over. And then the timestamp will actually be from our AI agent. It'll be the output. And just a few things you might have to set up for this video, if I didn't mention already, is just the how to set up like your Google Sheets and then OpenRouter. I have videos on both of those. So if you got stuck in this, if I didn't mention it before, sorry about that, but you need to set up OpenRouter, or you can get ChatGPT if you want to. I will link both of those videos down below in the description. Now we have our entire automation done. We have the timestamps. So let's actually execute this entire workflow right now. So we're going to get the results again. We'll wait our 10 seconds, retrieve the results, get Opus 4 to give us those timestamps, and it's going to append the timestamps into our Google Sheets as the last step. So if you go over to our Sheets, we've got our entire timestamps again, and we can just get rid of this one. I tried to do the last execute step on the Google Sheet, but because it was the same URL, it kind of gave a few different issues. But if you just put in a new article every time, a new video URL every time, and do this automation, you'll get those timestamps for your YouTube video and you'll be good to go. Like I said, guys, if you want to download this N8N template right here and level up your AI skills, you can come and join my Skool, the AI Automations Club, where you'll be able to download all of my automations, learn more about AI and N8N, as well as be a part of a great community. And so I hope to see you guys inside. And that is how you automate your YouTube timestamps. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.